Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Live and Let Die, Turn 5.2, USSR. It is July 1938. I want to start by discussing the resolution of the Spanish Civil War. The Spanish nationalists have emerged victorious with their victory in Murcia, Valencia. When the Spanish Civil War ends, whichever side wins is rewarded with an extra infantry every turn in the place units phase. If the Soviets win, then every turn they get the International Brigade of Free Infantry that's placed in Moscow at the place units phase. If the Germans win, they get a free infantry called the Blue Division placed in Berlin at the end of every turn. So Panzer J, I put in an infantry into Berlin. If there's something I'm missing, I would be delighted to find out that I messed that rule up. So let me know if I've got that wrong, but I think that you deserve an extra infantry in Berlin. Let me also address some of the comments that have been made on my videos. Bill Calloway asked why I annexed Yunnan instead of Xinjiang. He was saying that if I have a unit adjacent to Russian-possessed territory, then I'll get a +2. Gosh darn it, this hair is bothering me. I would get a +2 IPP, and that'd be better than the +1 IPP. But the bonus is only applied once CCP is at war with a major power, Bill. Since Japan hasn't yet declared war on China, I wouldn't get that +2. But I hate going against my guru, so I think that there is an advantage to me annexing that, in that I could buy artillery, which are really useful. Gives some offensive punch that's really lacking. So I will, and I'm going to go on the attack this turn, so I am going to annex Xinjiang, and then next turn I can start buying artillery. Then the other thing that Bill Calloway asked is, why don't I upgrade my militia in Tanotuva here? So the first thing is, let's just talk about this militia. There's a couple pieces as the Russians that I really hate. I hate this torpedo boat destroyer that's sitting in the Caspian Sea. Absolutely worthless. If anyone knows of some utility for that piece, let me know, but I think it's the most worthless piece on the map. And then this guy is a close second. He's probably going to be stuck there the whole game, and I doubt he's going to see any action because he's in mountain. It's not this is not worth any IPP. So that garrison's just going to stay there, and it's very unlikely to move. So why don't I upgrade it to an infantry? Militia can only move in home country territories. So since this started off as a minor power, on the very first turn it aligns to Russia, but it's not in home country territory, so I cannot move it out, right? But Bill's right. If it were upgraded to an infantry, then I could move it anywhere I wanted to. I could move it I could attack Mongolia with it. But the problem is in order to upgrade a militia to an infantry, or an infantry up to a motorized infantry, you need to be in supply. All the time we can see militia, like this militia in Okinawa. I don't know if you can see that, but if there's a militia, if somehow this were Russian, somehow Afghanistan, the British attack Afghanistan, they fail, it aligns to Russia, okay, and I wanted to upgrade that militia, I would need to trace a supply path, and I could have, if somehow these rails were connected. It's a terrible example that I'm making up on the fly, sorry, but you'd need to get a supply into that territory. So in order to get supply to Tanotuva, I would need to build a rail, and if I were building, say, a rail on this border connecting Tobolsk to northern Kazakhstan, that would cost me 2 IPP. But when you're building into difficult terrain like mountain or jungle, that cost is doubled. It would cost 4 IPP. So if I built a rail here or a rail on the border there, either way, that would get this guy into supply, but it would cost me 4 IPP to do that. and then I have to pay the 2 IPP to upgrade that guy to an infantry, that's 6 IPP, and I could purchase 2 infantry for that. So basically, that dude is going to sit there the whole game, and whoever's playing Russia, you're going to see that unit's just going to sit there, and that torpedo boat destroyer is just going to sit there, and they'll be kind of worthless units to you. Final comment is Drum One Dude astutely pointed out that I can't continue moving units that I've lend-leased once they arrive in the receiving country. You can tell how little experience I have in lend-leasing units to France. It never entered my mind that Russia would send units to France. That's a testament to the vision of Fighting Irish and the persuasiveness. We'll see if that was a mistake for me to send that AA gun to France. Maybe later I'll be wishing I had that AA gun. Anyway, just once you hit the lend-leasing, the receiving country for lend-lease, once that unit touches a land zone in that receiving country, it has to stop. It cannot continue to go further. All right, so I have no purchases with USSR or CCP, and I think in the future I will do tech rolls before I announce purchases. I've been doing purchases and then tech rolls, but it is conceivable that I could develop a technology, like I'm trying to develop advanced artillery. If I developed advanced artillery on a particular turn, then that very turn I could purchase it. So you do tech rolls and then you announce your purchases. All right, so I'm going to roll 4 techs, and the first one will be heavy armor, the next one will be heavy strategic bombers, then long-range aircraft, and then finally strategic rockets. So my first roll, I need an 8 for heavy armor. 11, okay, I got it. My next roll, this is for heavy strategic bombers, I need a 9. Nope. Next roll, I am rolling for long-range aircraft. I only need a 7 for this one. 10, I got it. And my last roll is strategic rockets. Okay, so interesting. When Panzer J gets bad luck, it seems like I get good luck. So that is wonderful news. Okay, next is to do my combat moves. I am going to be attacking Kwatong with 1 infantry here. And I'm just going to leave that chip there. This guy is going to move down and go on top of that chip. I hope that doesn't cause folks too much confusion. Let me make sure people can even see that I'm moving in infantry down there. Yeah, I think that you can see that. All right. Sorry for that delay. And then should have checked that before I started rolling. Okay, so then I'm also going to attack Szechuan. I'm going to bring 3 infantry. They can move 2 if they're going through mountains. So I'm going through mountains here. 1, 2 into Szechuan. And I'm going to move 2 infantry. And I'm going to move 2 mountain into there. Okay, so we're going to have 2 combats. I am going to rotate the camera over to the battle board that I've got set up. I really admire the way Panzer J did his battle. It was really clear. I think it's a good path for me to follow, so I'll try to emulate his example. Let's do the attack on Szechuan. So Szechuan is mountains. None of my people are crossing rivers to get in. If you look, they all came across this border. So there's no river penalty, which would be a -1 on the first turn. Szechuan the rondel is sitting in the mountain. A good example of looking at whether you have to face a mountain border or a mountain penalty is in this Mongolia situation. Carolean here has a mountain border, but the rondel is in open terrain. Down here you can see what desert looks like. So if someone were attacking from, say, Chita into Carolean, they would face the mountain border and they would have to subtract 1 on the first turn of their attack. but Central Mongolia, the Rondel, is in mountain. So that means that if you're attacking into this territory from, say, Cheetah, you have to have the -1 every round of combat, okay? Anyway, going back to Szechuan, so I have, I'm in mountain, and so I have a -1 penalty to my infantry and my cavalry, but I don't have a -1 penalty. Oh, did you, I don't even know if the Mongolia discussion was on camera. I'm so sorry. It's humiliating. Okay, so Szechuan, I subtract 1 for my 2 infantry. They go from a 2 down to a 1. They look like militia on the attack here. And then my cavalry drop from a 3 down to a 2. So now they look like infantry on the attack because of the mountainous terrain. But my 2 mountain infantry, they don't have any change at all. And I am fighting 1 militia defending at 2. All right, so I will roll, I end up rolling 5 dice at 2. 2, 4, 5. 1 or 2. Just need 1 hit. Yes, so you can see the way I've got my dice laid out here. Well, that was a 3. If it's, I painted 1s and 2s on my red die, so it automatically flags that you can see that that red was a hit and the whites were misses. So I got 1 hit, but just in case I'm doing it wrong, I'll do my 2 at 1 in case there's something I'm missing. Okay, I missed with that. Then I've got my militia defending at 2. So we just roll 1 die and see what happens, and that's a hit, you know, the red. So I lose 1 infantry, and the nationalists lose 1 militia. Okay, now then we're doing, I'm sorry, I said the nationalists. KMT loses the 1 militia, and I take Szechuan. Okay, now we're doing the attack on Kwatong, where I'm sending 1 infantry on a suicide mission versus 4 militia. They defend at 2, and 2 infantry, they defend at 4. Okay, so I'm attacking, I'm not going across any rivers down here. I'm just going into mountain, and I have to subtract 1 from my combat strength because of that. So I need a 1 to hit with my infantry. Nope. And then the 4 militia defend at 2, so they just need a 1 or 2, and they miss. And then the 2 infantry defending at 4. This is what's going to kill me. Hit. Okay, so I died, and no damage to the KMT. Well, I call him the KMT. It was a warlord, but now it will get converted over to KMT. My guy is dead. Okay. And then, let's see. Here, I lost my 2 infantry. And they lost 1 militia. Okay. Wait. No, I don't. I think I lost just 1 infantry. I'll have to rewatch the video, but I'm pretty sure that the militia hit me. And that's all that happened. Okay, now we are done with combat movement. So, non-combat movement. I'm going to bring my submarine across the top here to Sea Zone 6. I am going to move 5 infantry from Suiyan into Hopei. Okay, then I will move 1 infantry from Qinghai down here into Yunnan and get on top of that chip that I was talking about. I'll move 2 cavalry from Stalingrad to northern Kazakhstan. I will move my torpedo boat destroyer from Sea Zone 6 to Sea Zone 4. I will move 10 infantry, 5 motorized infantry, 2 light armor from Oral Kursk to eastern Ukraine. Okay, and And then I will move 1 infantry from Crimea to Taruda. I will move my coastal submarine from Sea Zone 79 to Sea Zone 48. I will strategic rail move 2 infantry from Stalingrad to Kiev. I'm going to do my spreading influence roll. I could just say, maybe I will only spend 3. This is what I was thinking about doing. And then I have a 9 out of 12 for Sinkhang, but I really I'll just spend the extra 3 just so I can be sure to be able to purchase artillery next turn. And I'll just guarantee it, because right now I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I only need to spend 5. 4, because I took over Szechuan. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to spend 5 to guarantee Sinkhang, and I annex that with spreading influence. And then I will do a recruitment roll. Since I got Sinkhang, now I have 8 territories. So I just need to roll, let's see, I guess I'll roll a black die. So I've got a 2/3 chance here. Yeah, okay, so I'll get 1 more infantry in Hopei. And let's see, is there anything else that I want to do? You know what? I'm not going to get it in Hopei. I'm going to get it in Yunnan. I'm going to buy it in Yunnan. Okay. Let's see. Don't do Spanish Republican recruitment roll. So the USSR collects 8 and ends their turn with 29 banked. And the CCP collects 7. They spent 5. So I think they end the turn with 12. Hopefully I got that right. I might have messed that up. So we'll check that out. Let's see. I had 10. I spent 5. So I collect 7. Yep. I think I have 12 with the CCP. Okay, Global War 36 enthusiasts. Now turning this over to Panzer J and 5.3 Japan.